Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to Harry Chapin, Mr. Tanner. We haven't done Harry Chapin in a while, but here we are. We're back for more. Just recently did Sequel. That was the last one I did. And I liked Sequel. A lot of people commented saying, oh, this is his worst song and stuff. No, I disagree with that. That's just me. But I liked Taxi. And I liked that it had a sequel to it. I liked that he continued on the story. And it was interesting that the story still wasn't, like, completely wrapped up. But anyway, those are different songs. So if you're new to the channel, hello. My name is Daniel, aka Deathstroke9. And here we react to music, and I try to figure out what the music and the lyrics mean to me personally. Harry Chapin is really... A lot of these singer-storytellers that we've been doing over the past little while are really good at... teaching us stuff about life and also telling very compelling stories. And, yeah, so, there's not much else to say. The link to the original video is going to be down below in the description. And I'm ready to just start, so, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Let's do this. Harry Chapin, Mr. Tanner. I got the lyrics pulled up in a separate tab. 3, 2, 1.
But anyway, this is a song I could have written without John. It's about a singer from Dayton, Ohio, whose name is Mr. Tanner. And I'm sure someday John is going to be knighted for his.
I'm gonna pause it there and just say, okay, this is apparently a live. This is off a live album, which a lot of people actually asked me to react to, like, specifically his songs from the live album, so just want to let you know. I didn't realize that till just now. This is the link you all sent me, but this is a live version of the song, so let's go. For real this time.
And I'm sure someday John is going to be knighted for his method acting performance. Sir John Wallace. I love it.
Oh, I love the strings in Harry Chapin's
Tanner
sound.
was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest, and of all the cleaning shops around, he'd made his the best. But he also was a baritone who sang while hanging clothes. He practiced scales while pressing tails and sang at local shows. His friends and neighbors praised the voice that poured out from his throat.
Ooh, the flutes are awesome.
They said that he should use his gift instead of cleaning coats.
Those aren't flutes, never mind. What am I saying?
But music was his life, it was not his livelihood. And it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole.
That is... wow.
His friends kept working on him to try music out full time. A big debut and rave reviews, a great career to climb. Finally they got to him, he would take the fling. A concert agent in New York agreed to have him sing. And there were plane tickets, phone calls, money spent to rent the hall. It took most of his savings, but he gladly used them all. But music was his life.
I'm gonna pause it there. This man is such an incredible storyteller. This song is, I don't know. It's a very penetrating song. I love that they've got the man singing in the background. And the story it's telling, I don't know where he's going with this, because so far, most of the songs we've heard by him have been pretty, not happy. So it's going to be interesting if this ends with his life being ruined, or him not liking singing anymore, because music is his life, not his livelihood. makes him feel happy and makes him feel good. Did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. Like, that's the point to him. But all of his friends are like, no, go make a big debut, get the rave reviews. Let's see what happens. You should try it out. And he's giving up all of his life savings, so hopefully it works out for him. And I don't know why I said flutes a few minutes ago, but the string instruments in the background are perfectly adding to the song. I like the classical feel of the background music, especially when coupled with his almost operatic vocal, the guy in the background singing like, oh, you know. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Harry Chapin, Mr. Tanner. Let's keep going.
But music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. The evening came, he took the stage,
right.
His face set in a smile.
It's like tense a little
and
bit.
in the half-filled hall, the critics sat watching on the aisle. But the concert was a blur to him, spatters of applause. He did not know how well he sang, he only heard the flaws. But the critics were concise, it only took 4 lines. But no one could accuse them of being overkind.
Oh, that's
Mr.
sad.
Montana, baritone of Dayton, Ohio, made his town hall debut last night. He came well prepared, but unfortunately, his presentation was not up to contemporary professional standards. His voice lacks the range of total color necessary to make it consistently interesting. Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order. He came home to Dayton and was questioned by his friends, and he smiled and just said nothing, and he never sang again. Excepting very late at night when the shop was dark and closed. He sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes.
Harry Chapin's got such a great voice. Wow. Yeah, critics. Wow. Critics suck. Not all critics suck. Some critics suck. Let's continue. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's keep going.
Sorted through the clothes. Music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul, and he did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole.
Wow. Yep.
Big John Wallace.
Wow. That's so sad. Okay. First of all, you're really gonna look at me and tell me that there haven't been people with terrible voices who became very famous singers, right? Obviously, this was made in the 70s, but or when did this come out? Maybe it was even before the 70s. Let's see. This album. Oh wow, the lyrics are in here. Live 1975 version. Okay. Now, yeah, I guess that's more recent. allowing people with terrible voices to be... I mean, it's not terrible. It's an opinion, really. All right, so here's my thoughts on the song. Then we're going to look up some facts about the song, all right? As always, an incredible story song. Loved it. Loved the story behind it. Now, for the actual lyrical content, he's a guy who loves to sing. Everyone loves what he does. Tells him to go, you know, almost like audition at town hall, you know, put on a show. And he does. And he ends up being shunned. Well, they said it only took 4 lines. He only heard the flaws. There was only a little bit of applause, right? They said he came well prepared, but he doesn't have the quality that he needs, so, you know, he should just choose a different endeavor. So here's my thoughts on criticism. Here's a few different thoughts. First of all, I cannot stand most critics. Now, it's less of a problem to me when a critic, and I mean a full-time critic, you know, people have opinions. People can have opinions on whatever they want. But when someone's going to really go out and make their entire life based around looking at other people's work and deciding whether it's good or not. I don't know. It's interesting to me. And if they themselves are in, like, not just in the industry, but if someone's going to review books, critique books, you would hope that they would have, like, a college degree in English and literature, or that they had written books themselves as well, right? In the genre of the book, you know, like they need to be qualified, at least a little bit qualified, right? And I'm saying this as a 17-year-old reacting and reviewing music from the 70s, so. I don't think of myself as a critic, though. But then also he says, oh, he never sang again. That's also really sad. And it kind of makes sense, right? It's a very relatable thing, but it's not, like, you should not allow your worth to be judged by other people. My dad likes to say, do not take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. I think that's very good advice, right? I took it from the person I would take advice from, right? But seriously, it is. When someone's going to critique something, a lot of times they are the ones who didn't do it themselves. Like, did you notice how he gave those judges, like, a little bit of a nasal voice, you know, and they weren't singing, they were just talking. But yeah, the actual song, very, very good. Thank you guys for sending it to me. A lot of people requested this song, so thank you. And now we're going to check out the meaning, see if song facts. Here we go. This chart, it should have. It's a good song. It did not. It's off the album Short Stories. He's such a good storyteller. Harry Chapin was constantly traveling and drew inspiration from stories he came across dealing with interesting. What? And often drew inspirations from stories he came across while dealing with interesting people. That's how that's supposed to be said. Sorry. He got the idea for this song after reading about Martin Tubridy, who was a cleaner from Ohio who loved to sing. He got a chance to perform in New York City, but was panned in a review that appeared in the New York Times. The spoken part in the song is taken from that review with some artistic license. The actual review from February 17th, 1972 read, Martin Tubridy, a bass baritone who came to Town Hall on Tuesday night to give his second New York recital, performed songs by Beethoven, a bunch of other people as well, Schubert, Vaughan Williams, Britten, and others. He was accompanied on the piano by Mitchell Andrews. Mr. Tubridy's voice seemed quite limited in amplitude, range, and flexibility, and was probably because of this that his interpretations lacked force and strong communicative power. He was well prepared and sang conscientiously. I mean, he was conscious of what he was doing, but the results were not up to generally accepted levels of professional accomplishment. Okay. In a thorough and responsible way. He was well prepared and sang well, but the results were not up to generally accepted levels of professional accomplishment. Okay, well. Interesting. Makes it even more crazy that this was based off a real event. It very well could have been a real event, though. Like, and all of Harry Chapin's songs, Jim Croce's songs, a lot of the other singer-storytellers, they draw from relatable experience. They often add dramatic flair to it, but they do a very good job in portraying characters that are very... You can feel their emotions almost. All right, thank you very much for joining me. Let me know what else by Mr. Chapin we have to do, because there's a lot. I know you guys have been requesting a lot, so keep them coming. And thank you for watching. Deathstroke 9 out. See you guys soon. Stay tuned for my grandmother got me this shirt for my birthday. Thank you very much if you see this video. And yeah, I think we need to do this song just because of that. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, Deathstroke 9 out.